What's up? So it's your boy Domuto. We back with another video. Today we're watching Beyond Dragon Ball Super. An unexpected arrival to face Makashin Goku Black as a new fusion is born. Alright. Look, we got 3 more episodes, man. So this one, next one. We're going to combine 2 episodes today. 2 chapters today. And then we got the big 50-minute one. Going to be last. And yeah. I'm ready, man. It's been a great story so far, man. You know, for what it had been. So I know you're ready for me to start the new UnrealEntGaming story, which I will start right after this. And you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, man. So, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.
As our story now continues, following the initial events of Makashin Goku Black now shown on the attack by going directly after our heroes one by one, as with Makashin Goku Black now shown having to target Beast Gohan, by from that point them being shown having to knee Gohan in the ribs, was when Makashin Goku Black went on to respond, "Ah yes, feeble Saiyan, for your screams are like the sound of music to my ears every single time I go and inflict more and more pain onto your fragile little mortal body. It hurts, doesn't it, Gohan? Did I not go and promise you pain and suffering before your father and your other little mortal friends had arrived? Yes, I did, didn't I? Well, was I wrong, Goku Black questions? No, I wasn't. But how ironic is it that it was after watching and studying the things that you went and did, which ultimately led me into becoming who I am at this very moment in time against you. It's quite poetic, since this was something that I should have went and did a very long time ago, but now that I have become all that you mortals have grown to fear," Black proceeds upon being shown grabbing onto Gohan's face, "I don't plan on relinquishing any of this anytime soon. And guess what else, Goku Black questions? Before I put an end to your life, I am going to bleed you all dry so that way you may always remember the horrors that you've all went and put me through." But it was only then during this time, unbeknownst to Goku Black, with Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku shown dashing towards Vegeta, was when Goku then went on to cry out, "Vegeta, I need you to hurry and listen to me right now, because we don't have all of the time in the world to go and pull this off right now, and so I need you to hurry and just do this with me so that way we can go and put an end to this nightmare once and for all. So please, I need you to hurry and put this Potara earring on your ear now while he isn't looking," Goku adds, "for it's clear to us now that we can't go and beat him like this, and so there's only one other way for us to go and do this. There's no telling on what will happen between now and whenever he decides to destroy us," Goku continues, "but if we go and fuse into Vegito, then we can use the memory that we've retained after fighting Merge Zamasu and go all out from the start instead of having to drag our feet within the mud and put an end to him once and for all. But if we are to honestly go and do this, then it must be done right now, and so please, Vegeta, what do you say?" With Vegeta responding, "Oh, how could you, Kakarot? You know how much I despise joining bodies with you. Oh, but how are you so sure that this is even going to work?" Vegeta questions. "And just how in the world did you even go and manage to get a pair of Potara earrings anyways?" With Goku responding, "I'm not, but it's the only shot that we have right now, Vegeta, as the Potara that you were shown knocking off Black's ear and the one that Zamasu had been wearing that he gave on to me to go and use with you was how I have a pair, and so now please, Vegeta, we're running out of time, and so we have to do this. You worms could never understand the rage that burns within my very soul in knowing of the things that you had went and did to me," Black continues, "because now it's your turn to go and experience that very same pain that I had felt, although wait a minute. Why have those fools suddenly stopped trying to fight me?" Black went on to then look down below by questioning, "What are those mortals possibly talking about down there that's more important than engaging against wait? Hold on now. What is Son Goku handing on over to Vegeta? No. But how?" Black went on to then furiously question. "But of course, one of those Potaras belongs to me, while the other must have come from the other Zamasu. No, I cannot allow for them to go and use fusion on me like how they were shown facing me and using it before again. They cannot go through with merging together as one like they were shown doing before, for I will not stand to try to have them get the better of me like they have before again. Black went on to then release Gohan by then dashing on down. Oh no, you Saiyans don't. You will not be afforded the chance to fuse with each other again. To which seconds later, within that very moment, as Makaio Goku Black was shown having to clothesline both Goku and Vegeta, was when Goku Black then went on to continue. You savages have went and crossed me for the very last time. And although I will admit that you almost had me, if I didn't go and turn my attention towards the both of you and seeing what you were doing, then the two of you would have been successful, but you Saiyans are dreaming if you honestly think that I'll go and allow for the two of you to fuse ever again.
You scared,
Not
nigga?
this time,
You scared?
you won't. As you Saiyans are out of your minds if you think that I didn't come ready against you, which also meant always being ready for whenever you went and decided to go and use fusion. And now that I tower above you all in power, I could never allow for myself to ever have you mortals go and fuse against me ever again. As I will go and use everything within my power to see that it never happens while you perish in battle against me alone. But then, it was only just when Goku Black was shown having to attempt to strike Goku, with Goku being shown moving out of the way before having to knee Black in the face, was when Goku then went on to respond. Well, one way or another, you might have the edge over us now, but you and I both know that this isn't going to last very long, Black. And since you appear to be forgetting about who you're dealing with by having to take all of us on by yourself, Goku adds, it's only going to be a matter of time before you are destroyed, with Goku Black then shown having to lower Goku's knee by then responding, oh, is that so? And just what was that supposed to be, Son Goku? Surely that wasn't your best now, was it? Because here, Black adds, allow me to go and show you on how to really utilize your body in battle, to which as Goku Black was then being shown on the offensive, it had only now looked as though Goku had absolutely no chance in having to counter Goku Black, as Goku Black then went on to continue. There, are you able to now gain a better understanding on the difference between our power despite sharing the exact same body, Goku? And as I always went on to tell you that we as gods are capable of far more than your puny mortal minds are able to understand. And such is the case with what I have become now, Son Goku. The very embodiment of fear and power itself. And as long as I remain with everything that I know and with all that I am able to accomplish, Black continues, you will forever be casted down to always live beneath my shadow, mortal. And don't think for 1 second that my wrath will end here with you, because once I am done handling my business here and destroy this world, then my next target is going to be that annoying little god of destruction, Lord Beerus. Yes, and since he may in fact be the most troublesome among the bunch, I'll go and make sure to enjoy every moment of it. As once he's out of my way and with this universe destroyed, then it'll be on to the next and so on. But then, it was only from out of nowhere now behind Goku Black where a gigantic Hakai energy ball was then shown making its way towards Goku Black, as Goku Black then went on to respond, what the? Oh, Vegeta. Getting a little impatient, are we? And do you honestly think that by aiming to erase me is going to work in your favor, Black questions? Because I regret to inform you that it won't. Black went on to use a force attack by having to stop Vegeta's attack in place. Or maybe you must have forgotten that I am a god, you foolish creature. And since I am a god by blood, my knowledge on what it means to understand the nature of destruction far exceeds your primitive mind to comprehend. And while your display of destruction is quite surprising to say the least, it is nothing that I cannot already handle. And so how will you possibly be able to destroy something that is already far above your very nature to contend with? To which in the meantime, back down below, as Goku is now starting to awaken and having to look on over and questioning Broly's status, was when Goku then went on to respond, oh, this is just bad. Now what are we supposed to go and do? Hey, wait a minute. It's Broly, and he looks like he's still alive, but it also looks like he's in pretty bad shape too. Hold on a second now. Yes, of course, Goku then went on to say to himself. He's the only one left who could help us make a difference out here against that monster, and, well, although this may in fact be a long shot, Goku adds, I still have to go and try because it's better than just sitting around here just waiting to die, and so it's worth the try because I know that with his power, nothing would slow us down. Hey, Broly, listen, Goku then went on to crawl towards Broly by responding, because we don't have a whole lot of time on our hands here, and there's something that I'm going to ask of you that, well, I'm going to need you to go and do with me, and so please just listen, for it's the only option that we have left if we hope to destroy that monster for good. So, remember when I went and told you that I was going to show you that cool little fusion dance that me and Vegeta had went and used against you when we fought you on Earth? Well, we really don't have any time for me to go and teach it to you, but there is something, however, that I want you to go and do for me, because you see, there's another fusion method that you have yet to see, and this one here, well, it simply involves having to put on a pair of earrings for it to work, and I only have one pair. And so all I'm asking for you to go and do, Goku went on to then respond, is to put this earring on so that way you and I would be able to join bodies for a little, as well as creating a new warrior with enough power that'll blow that monster away for good. And so now there's no telling on what the outcome of our fusion is going to be, but, well, I'll need you to go and try and remain aware and focused so that way we can all go home. And so now here, I'll need you to go and put this earring on right now. To which back on over in the meantime, when then going back to Vegeta as Vegeta was trying to push his own attack back at Goku Black, was when Vegeta then went on to respond, oh, damn that monster. I'm barely able to move him from his current place, and I'm seemingly losing more and more ground here as he continues to try and push my attack back. And if he continues to push me back like this, then he'll end up destroying me with my own attack. But with Beast Gohan then shown having to join Vegeta, was when Beast Gohan then went on to respond, hang in there, Vegeta, I'm right here alongside with you, okay? And I think that Black knows that if we unite our power, would it only go as far as to destroy him, which is something that he's trying so hard in not letting happen. Well, yeah, I know that, Vegeta responds, but just keep pushing no matter what happens, because if we can somehow find a way to combine our attacks, then it just might take effect against them and finally rid us of this headache once and for all, and so now keep pushing. Oh, so this is what you think will work, Makaio Black went on to then smile by responding. Do you mortals honestly believe that trying to outnumber me as I currently am is going to work? Because you can only continue to dream if you think that any of your combined efforts will be enough to stop me, Saiyans. And if you truly think that somehow I may be bluffing here, Black adds, well then I want you both to remain where you are, and I'll show you on why that couldn't be further from the truth, you little worms. As if any of your powers will be enough to wipe me away from the face of existence. No, never. And so now watch, Black went on to then blow Vegeta's attack by then responding, watch as I show you both what it truly means to wield the power of a god, as I blow you both away and rid you from this world forever. But then, it was only shockingly enough now from out of nowhere, in between both Vegeta and Beast Gohan, was when Zamasu went on to then finally re-arrive by then responding, no, you are not alone here, and so as long as he remains, I will continue to fight this beast until my very last breath. And so I can only hope that this works. Zamasu then went on to stick his finger out by then using his time ring and responding, and while I continue to stand before you, imposter, I will continue to fight you until the very end, no matter what it's going to take, as I will not have you get away with what you've done, you heartless monster. To which it was only upon this alternate Zamasu being shown having to use his time ring in sending Vegeta's attack back into another dimension, was when Black then went on to continue, what's going on over there? Oh, but how? Curse that weakling of a Kaioshin to go and get in my way yet again. As I was too careless to have assumed that he would have been destroyed by now, but somehow that little worm was able to survive. And as long as he wields one of those time rings and being able to harness its abilities to counter mine, Black continues, I cannot ensure victory until he is absolutely and utterly destroyed, never to return or get in my way ever again, and so he must be the first. For I cannot allow for this to stand, and so I must ensure that he is the first to die, as the rest of them will soon follow. I'll curse that traitorous little worm of a so-called Kaioshin. I was too careless to have made sure that he was gone and gone for good, but now I'll make sure that he pays. Wait, what was that just now? A sudden burst of energy was then shown emanating from behind Goku Black. That power. What is that huge surge of power that I'm sensing coming from within that blinding light source within the distance? No, surely it can't be what I think it is, can it? Because that would be impossible. For Vegeta and Son Goku were nowhere near one another for them to have went behind my back and fused, unless, of course, they... But then, it was only now suddenly from out of nowhere above Goku Black, where another light was beginning to emanate, with Goku Black then having to look up by responding, "Great, now what? Oh, for this one feels different. Almost as though... But of course, but how was that weasel able to break free and make his way here?" To which, surprisingly enough, from out of nowhere, with both Angel Cuss and Kaioshin Gowasu now making their presence known, was when Angel Cuss then went on to respond, "Well, since you appear to be confused and wondering as to what is going on, it was I who went and had broken Lord Gowasu free from his captive status. For so as long as you are without an assigned Kaioshin after giving Gowasu up in order for you to go and find another to replace him as your direct Kaioshin lifeline, I do not serve you and never will," with Gowasu having to then chime in, "And while your plans to go through with becoming Universe 10's official destroyer was nearly successful, since the alternate future Zamasu had went and declined your offers in joining forces with you and being your direct Supreme Kai, while you are still able to wield the power of a destroyer, you are not one by title after Zamasu had rejected you," Gowasu adds, "and while we are all gathered together here, we cannot stand to watch you go through with destroying any more mortals alongside those who are gods by blood." "But that's impossible," Black went on to then suddenly shout. "Whether or not that fool Zamasu had accepted my offer or not, you are still to follow my every command, Angel, and so why did you go and set this feeble old Kai free when I told you to have him remain in place? You lied to me is what you did, and so why are you both here? For I order you to take that Kai and return back into Universe 10 immediately, Angel. Right now," with Gowasu then having to respond, "She will go and do no such thing, and while you stand there before us without the alliance of another Zamasu to aid you in your quest for control," Gowasu says, "heed my words, for what I'm about to go and show you symbolizes the very bond between Kaioshin and Destroyer, which was a balance that you've recklessly had gone and disrupted," Gowasu says, "as both your greed and your relentless pursuit of a misguided ideal will be your ultimate undoing. And should I go and step forth and reclaim my mantle as your Kaioshin," Gowasu went on to continue, "then understand that it will be with the intent to restore the balance that you have destroyed and stop your reign of terror for good. For this that you see here hovering above my hand is the key and the direct source of what it means to be connected to one another, and should I accept to be your Kaioshin," Gowasu adds, "then you must already know of what I'm prepared to do if it means stopping you, Black. And while this is not a path that I choose to go down lightly, but it is one that is dictated by the necessity of justice which I look to uphold." "No, surely you haven't lost your mind to actually consider on doing this now, have you?" Black went on to then question. "And what makes you think that connecting yourself to me and being my Supreme Kai will actually be what works?" Black questions. "What makes you think that you will truly be successful in defeating me here, Gowasu?" with Gowasu responding, "No, I have not, but if it means means that I would need to lay my life on the line and wager my existence to ensure that this nightmare that you continue to put us all through is over, then I can only promise you here and now that although I may not be as powerful as you, Zamasu, I will undoubtedly find a way to slow you down if it's the last thing that I do, with Goku Black then having to say to himself, I'll curse that annoying waste of life and that backstabbing angel, for I was wrong to have went and assumed that she would be fully on my side, but alas, if I am to make sure that I can succeed, then I must go and rip that seal away from him as quickly as I possibly can, before he goes and tries anything on me by using it, Black says, and so I cannot take any chances, for both Gowasu and that coward Zamasu must die first, as it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of Goku Black's Resurrection manga chapter number 19 special then comes to a close.
Alright, Beyond Dragon Ball Super Legendary Super Saiyan Karoly versus Goku Black, the final battle begins. Karoly. So Kakarot and
As our story continues now, following the initial events of Goku Black having to be confronted by the unexpected arrival of Universe 10's Angel Cuss and Supreme Kaioshin Gowasu, to which even then with a very enraged Goku Black
go ahead and kill
looking
yourself,
to take
man.
action against both Cuss and Gowasu in not allowing for them to stand in the ways of his plans, was when Goku Black then went on to respond, now before I go and deal with you, Cuss, I want you to mark my very words here and now, Gowasu, for I want you to know that there will be no length that I wouldn't be willing to go to if it means ending your miserable life. As I would be foolish enough to have come this far only to have you ruin my plans yet again. Well, that won't happen. Not this time, Kaioshin. And if you truly think that by attempting to sever my lifeline connection by pretending to be my Supreme Kai, Black continues, then you are far more delusional than I assumed for you to be, because you wouldn't be able to complete the ritual in time for you to even have a chance to try it, you feeble old relic. And as for you, traitorous angel, once I'm done dealing with Gowasu, you're next. With Angel Cuss responding, well now I believe that this newly discovered power of yours has finally gone straight to your head, Cuss adds, and so for your sake, I would strongly advise for you to keep your distance from us if you understand what's best for you, Kaioshin, with Kaioshin Gowasu responding, you are way too far gone and past the point of no return, Zamasu, for you are far too dangerous now to be kept alive, and as we stand before you here in Universe 7, we will do everything within our power and within reason that we can to ensure that you lose, to which as Goku Black was then shown making his way towards Cuss and Gowasu was when Goku Black then went on to shout, and that's where you're wrong, because if I'm going to have everything that I've prepared so extremely hard for it to all come crashing down around me, then on my honor, I am going to make sure that by the time this day is over, that I go and take each and every single one of you who stand in my way right down with me if it's the last thing that I do. And so now go on then and let's see it. Let's see how far you are both willing to go in the name of stopping the all-powerful and all-eternal Zamasu. As lifeline connections or not, you will all lose. But unbeknownst to Goku Black, as he was making his way towards Cuss and Gowasu, there had only now appeared to be another individual that was now beginning to rapidly make their way towards Goku Black, as Goku Black then went on to continue, and while I grow tired of these games that you all continue to play, it's time that we go and carry on with the first stages of my Zero Mortals plan, and that's by atomizing this entire star system along with everyone in it. But then, it was only from out of nowhere just before Goku Black was able to reach both Cuss and Gowasu, where from out of nowhere now to Goku Black's surprise, as it now appeared as though there was an individual that was seemingly shown punching Black, as this individual went on to then chime in, oh no you don't, and just where do you think you're running off to in a hurry, Kaioshin? Oh my head, what was that just now, and how was I not able to see it coming? Black went on to then stop himself by questioning,
he look clean.
Who is that?
He looks.
Wait, those out.
Hold on, that's clean. I ain't gonna lie. You know I don't like pausing that much, but that be clean right there, man. That big clean. Ooh. That shit fire right there for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Fitz, no, but how? How did I allow for those apes to go and use fusion without me being aware of them doing it? To which, lo and behold, in front of Goku Black from out of nowhere was where the newly created fusion of both Goku and Broly were shown having to clinch their fists upon being shown hitting Goku Black, as their fusion went on to then respond. The why and how of what transpired isn't nearly as important as the here and now, Kaioshin. For you should have taken the opportunity of destroying Goku and Broly when you did, because what you are about to experience will be the retribution of the highest order. So prepare to face a wrath like no other that was forged from the fires of the very powers that you sought out to go and destroy. And just for the record, you can refer to me as Karoly from here on, and while your failure to eliminate us before has now quickly backfired, I just want to go and let you know that no matter how powerful you think you are, and no matter what you went and did in order to reach such levels, I'm about to eclipse you and show you what real power truly is. As Vegeta was then shown looking on up in shock by them responding, I can't believe it. Kakarot and Broly united as one through the usage of the Potara earrings. Incredible, and what an insanely massive battle power that I sense coming from them as well, Vegeta continues. Oh, but will they be able to hold it against that monster is the real question here. Oh, and that's because the more power they wind up exerting during this battle, Vegeta adds, the faster they're going to end up burning right through their fusion, just like we did all those years ago when we battled against Merge Zamasu. Oh, and so we cannot run the risk of taking any chances here against that beast, because if their fusion gives out, then it's all over. Oh, Gohan, wake up, listen, Vegeta says. While Kakarot and Broly's fusion may be our best chance at destroying that bastard, there's no telling on how much time their fusion is going to have before they break through the Potara's limits, which will separate them. And so this is what I will need you to go and do, Vegeta says, for we will need to stand by Karoly's side and use every last bit of power that we have remaining within us, and from there going as far as to remain within their fusion's presence as we combine our efforts and destroy that coward once and for all. And so we will have to go and move fast because we don't have a whole lot of time on our hands either, to which right before Karoly was then shown having to transform, it only had now looked as though Karoly wanted to punish Goku Black for all that he had done, as Karoly then went on to continue, you were a fool to try and assert dominion over this world and knowing that we'd be right there to stand in your way of destroying it. But since you didn't seem to learn your lesson the first time, Karoly adds, maybe now you will start to see that despite your best efforts in trying to go and keep us all down, you only ended up digging your grave that much deeper as a result of your actions, and so now watch. To which it was only within that very moment as Karoly was shown channeling the innate power of Broly's side of the fusion by from there having to unleash his full-powered Super Saiyan transformation onto this surface was when Goku Black then went on to continue. Bro, say what? Oh no, what an incredibly massive battle power. This can't be real. It just can't, or I just refuse to have these mortals be what puts an end to my plans like this. For I must engage and find a way to adapt and overpower them while I still can, Black adds. Because if I was able to find a way to go and overpower these mortals before, then surely there must be a way for me to go and overpower them again now. But how can I do it is the question, Goku Black went on to contemplate upon seeing Karoly transform. Oh, well, no matter then. I'll find a way if it's the last thing that I do. And so now come on then and bring it on, mortals. Go on then, come and show me what you're made of while I go and do the same to you again. To which it was only then with Kaioshin Goku Black and full-powered Super Saiyan Karoly then shown dashing towards one another was when Goku Black then went on to continue. Because if you believe that mimicking a god once again, just as you were shown doing with Vegeta when you battled against my fusion the first time, then you truly haven't learned anything since then, and I'll show you as to why. die, but before Goku Black could even do anything about
Ultra
it,
instinct,
it was
big
only just
dog.
then during the midst of battle, as Goku Black went on to throw a punch with Karoly being shown dodging it, was when
Karoly
Karoly
with Ultra
went on to
instinct, pretty much.
respond. And that's
It's
where
the
you're
what if.
wrong, Kaioshin, because if anyone here between us was the one who truly never learned their lesson, then that person is you, Zamasu. For you should have already known what would have happened to you the moment you decided to try and come back. As an irritated Goku Black went on to respond, "But why, you rotten wastes of space, as I refuse to fall by your hands ever again. For I will not have you go and do unto me as what you were shown doing to me before again. Do you hear me, Saiyan? Fusion or not, I will never allow myself to suffer like how I was shown suffering by your hands again. As this time it's over, because this time it will be you and your kind who will be the ones to suffer like I did."
Nah, you
But
suffer on
even
your
then,
own, big
surprisingly
dog.
enough, during the midst of battle, it didn't appear as though Goku Black's attacks were having any sort of effect on Karoly whatsoever, as Karoly went on to then grab onto Goku's punch by then responding, "Oh, is that so? Well, that wasn't too bad, but if you expect for our powers to fall to yours at this stage of the fight, then you're going to have to hit us a lot harder than that if you hope to be any sort of difference maker in this war against us, you pathetic excuse for a Kaioshin." "Oh, enough of this," Black went on to then shout upon being shown sticking out his arm, "for you will not go and try to make a fool out of me, Saiyan."
You
Which from
did,
out of
you
nowhere,
will.
with Goku Black now being shown setting off a massive explosion in hopes of having to catch Broly within it, was when Goku Black then went on to continue, "For it's like I had mentioned to you all before, as I will tear you all apart and make you all suffer before I decide that my time with you is over, fusion or not. And just as it was before you fused, I will not lose." But then, it only had now appeared as though Karoly had a different answer, because with Karoly now shown
Karoly's
dashing through the
funny.
smoke and
Funny
right towards
ass
Goku
name.
Black again, was when Karoly then went on to respond, "Then it's like we went and just said, in order for you to try and gain any sort of advantage against what Broly and Kakarot have become now, then you're going to have to hit us a lot harder and with far more power than what you're shown displaying against us now. Because this isn't going to be enough, and you know it, Kaioshin." But then, it was only surprisingly enough back over with Cuss and Gowasu, as the alternate future Zamasu was then shown teleporting in the sky, was when Zamasu then went on to quickly respond, "Honorable Gowasu, just please wait. Now I understand that this is not the best of times for me to go and speak to you, but I must advise for you to please listen to me, as I know that you are painfully aware of the things that must be done, and I urgently ask you to please listen to me, for you don't have to do this because I must be the one to go and do it. And as I find myself at a critical juncture reflecting deeply on the unintended consequences of my past actions," Zamasu says, "which have only inevitably led to the creation of this Goku Black, which is why you must not go and risk your life for this, because it was my life that he wanted to take, and so it should be my destiny to ensure that I am the one who takes his." With Gowasu responding, "Wait, you wish to do what now? But Zamasu, you do understand the risks behind accepting this, don't you?" With Zamasu responding, "I do,
let
but
Gowasu do
whatever
it.
is meant to be will
His
ultimately
old ass
be,
been
for
fucking
I am
up.
sorry for all of this, Master Gowasu, because if I would have known that this would be who I would inevitably become, then I never would have went and gone down the path that I did, and because I understand that it was I who was the source of all this destruction, then it only makes sense that it should be me who faces him in the end, and not you. And so please," with Angel Cuss having to then chime in, "And I see, for he is trying to right the wrongs of his past, even if this Zamasu wasn't the one who went and started it all. And from what I am able to sense that's coming deep within his spirit," she adds, "and I can sense that his intentions are pure, Lord Gowasu, and so we must not deny him of this." With Gowasu responding, "Zamasu, so then this truly is you. This truly was who you were meant to become. For I am sorry that things did not turn out the way they should have been in this reality," Gowasu adds, "but I will not deny you of your destiny, especially if this is what you truly
Gowasu.
want to go and choose to do. But I want you to understand that I never intended for any..."
I ain't going. I ain't. Look, I don't question your writing skills at all. Me personally, 'cause I think you're right. You do this. This is amazing. You do great. But like me personally, I would have wrote Gowasu saying something like, this is my fault. This happened twice under my watch. I need to take care of it. This is my decision. You need to live your life.
Any of this to happen, nor did I ever wish for you to become the monster that you've seen and come face to face with before your very eyes, Gowasu says. But I just want you to know that I am very sorry for failing you, Zamasu, and thank you for showing me that even if this was another reality where it happened, thank you for showing me that you were still able to change and for you to have changed for the better. And as I stand here before you, an old man who is proud to have seen what could have been from his greatest of students. And so now please, we have to hurry then, for time is ticking as we speak. Now listen to what I say and relax your mind along with your spirit and allow for me to pass on to you the connecting role of a Supreme Kaioshin to that of a God of Destruction. And while I pass this down on to you, Gowasu says, open your mind and allow for your spirit to accept this as your newly gifted title. Now go and take this role and let it guide you down the path of ultimate enlightenment, so that you may forge the power that you search for in order to stop this false destroyer and put an end to this nightmare of his once and for all. And so now please open your mind and allow for your spirit to take control of your future, Zamasu, for let this be what brings evil down, while all in the name of having it be done through good. And so now let whatever fear that binds you onto this creature be liberated, for I want you now to go and open your eyes and accept this responsibility in being the newly appointed Supreme Kai to Goku Black's false status of Universe 10's God of Destruction, Gowasu says. To which seconds later within that moment, as Zamasu had then accepted the overall status of having to be connected to Goku Black, was when Zamasu then went on to respond, then I accept what is while I accept my role as also being Universe 10's new Supreme Kai to this monster's false title of being my connected God of Destruction, for I am now ready to make my move against him. And so thank you, Master, for I promise that I will not let you down and will do whatever it is that I would need to in order to finally stop him. But it was elsewhere down below, as Goku Black was seemingly having to struggle very badly against Karoly, was when Goku Black went on to maintain balance by then responding, "Oh, this shouldn't be possible. How is it that their fusion is so much more powerful than me when this was their first time that those two had ever went and joined bodies like this? I can't seem to injure them either, and so I'm running out of time here. All this can't be the limit to my strength, and so I have to continue to try, even if I somehow end up destroying my body in the process of doing it." To which, as Karoly was then shown smashing his way right into Goku Black, was when Karoly then went on to respond, "What's wrong, Kaioshin? I thought you said that you were so much stronger than I was, and how you were going to rip us all apart and make us understand what true power feels like, because it only now looks as though you're having a bit of trouble backing up these claims that you've made the moment we've entered into this battle to fight you. And so what's wrong? Are you starting to lose your edge?" With an irritated Black responding, "Just you worms wait until I am able to reposition myself in this fight against you all, mortal. For you may be stronger than me now, but mark my words, just as I was shown doing before, I will find a way to overpower all of." But then it was from out of nowhere, just before Goku Black was then shown having to finish, was when Ultra Ego Vegeta was then shown inserting himself in the fight by having to punch Goku Black and responding, "Oh, why don't you just shut that big loud mouth of yours and just do us all a favor and just die already, you annoying pile of stolen trash. For I'm sick to death of listening to you preach and ramble on and on about your power. And while we tried warning you that this was going to happen," Vegeta continues, "you and I both know that you're running out of time here, and it's only going to favor us in the long run while this continues, Kaioshin. And so you better get right with yourself here and now, because this will be as far as you will go." As Goku Black then went on to respond, "Why, that damn mortal, curse you, Vegeta. This entire situation has completely fallen out of my favor, and so I must ensure that they are all destroyed now before before it's too late. Which only now means that I'm going to have to hit these worms with everything that I possibly have if I hope to make it off this planet without losing my life. Well, I wasn't expecting for you to go and jump in the way you did, Karoly went on to then respond to Vegeta, as I'm only going to assume that the reason as to why you did it was because you have a plan of some sorts, don't you? Because if you do, then now would be the best time to go and say what it is before he decides to try and attack you for getting in the way of our battle. And so what are you plotting, Vegeta? Oh, well, never mind him for a second, because our biggest problem here lies in your power output and burning right through your fusion time. And so I'd rather not chance you in having to burn out early, so I'm going to join you in taking that clown down for good myself. As I'm sick of looking at his stupid face, and so if we are to have a chance here to destroy him for good, then the best route to take will be for all of us to combine our efforts and power against him, while at the same time we go and run him down until there is nothing left that remains. To which, as Goku Black was then shown powering up, it had only become clear now that Goku Black was looking to go all out in finishing this battle for good, as Goku Black then went on to shout, "You Saiyans may unite as one and stand across from me as much as you want to, but you will never best me for as long as I continue to answer your call to battle, mortals. For I will not allow for my efforts to be ruined yet again. And so now I am done playing these games, for I will make sure that this is the last time that either of you mortals ever speak to me again." To which it was only as Vegeta and Karoly were now prompted in having to unleash their full power was when Vegeta then went on to quickly respond, "Oh, hurry now then, it's now or never, and so let's finish this battle once and for all," with Karoly responding, "Right, and so let's shred this monster and show him what our warrior race is truly made of. As I will go and take charge first, and so now hold nothing back and let's end this forever, Vegeta."
Yes,
as it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of Goku Black's Resurrection manga chapter number 20 semi-finale then comes to a close.
Wasn't talking, boy. That was a fire chapter. I was into that chapter, boy. Damn. One more chapter left, boy. It's gonna be the end. The end is coming. So, man, Karoly looked clean as fuck. Fucking, I don't agree with Zamasu taking his life to kill Goku Black. I much rather Gowasu do that. I feel like it's deeper with Gowasu. But Vegeta, you know, I fuck with Vegeta. Like, this story's cold. I like this story. Where the fuck is Beerus and Whis? They feel Goku Black out here and they just chilling. That shit's stupid. Anyway, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Check out the last chapter right here. Check out another video right here. And you know what I'm saying? I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.